welcome to our channel. It is full moon in Scorpio today, so we will be going over that a little bit, and I'll pull a card at the end. It's so windy right now. I'm like terrified, but I'm trying to not have any fear. It's springtime in New Mexico, so the winds can get crazy, and of course they don't get crazy until I decide to sit down and do a video, but hopefully we'll be okay. All right, so before we get into the video, I invite you to take 3 deep breaths with me. One for body, one for mind, and one for soul. Thank you. That was beautiful. It was a beautiful clearing. Thank you so much. Decided to use my crystal singing bowl this time. Okay, so full moon in Scorpio. Scorpio is a water sign, so we can be feeling a little extra emotional today, especially just with full moons in general. A lot of times that happens. Scorpio resonates strongly with the number 8. It's crazy how all of this is so tied in together. So number 8 represents like a changing, like an inner changing. Think about an 8 like an infinity symbol, something that is forever evolving, ever changing, ever circling within itself. And ancient Egyptians believed that scorpions and beetles were dwellers of the underworld, you know, since they were always like underground in the dark. And that's like they're like dwellers, seekers of knowledge, seekers of light in the dark. And that is also, it's very tied very closely with the phoenix. The phoenix is the death and rebirth, the constant rising from the ashes, only to die and to be reborn again. So that's the energy of this full moon right now. It can feel kind of I know that I've felt almost like that, like a constantly changing and like a very, almost like I want to say tumultuous. It's been a little bit of a tumultuous day for me. It's been like, it's like I'm kind of going back and forth with my feelings about like reopening America, right? Like, what is that? And how I'm just having this battle within myself. It's like, and I'm just like trying to, battle's the wrong word. I'm having a lot of conflicting emotions with all of this, and I'm just kind of sitting back and being like, okay, now it's this emotion's turn to take the stage, and I just kind of let it go, and then I'm like, all right, now this one's coming, and and it's been like that pretty much all day since I woke up in the morning. So it was good this morning. I woke up, I felt pretty peaceful, and then throughout the day I've just been kind of like all over the place. But so yeah, it can feel a lot like that. And also I like to think about this death and rebirth, and now I can really see, like, I like to sometimes put a time stamp on my life. Like, okay, I'm here right now. I sit here as the truest version of myself that I could possibly be in this moment, in this now moment, in this in this period of time. And I look back maybe 2 years ago, and I was still being my truest version of myself that I could be at that time. And I just see how much I've overcome, and how much I have grown, and how much I have yes, had this ego death, this death and this rebirth throughout the last 2 years. I'm only using 2 years, but I mean, I can definitely go back 3 or 4 or 5, or if you want to do something even bigger, 10 years ago. Like, think of that version of yourself and and who you are now, and like how many times have we gone through this cycle of death and rebirth. It's so beautiful to see this evolution, just on a singular scale with myself, but then when I look out, bigger at my friends and light workers and way showers, and humanity, as in its entirety, like how much we have grown, how much we're constantly seeking more knowledge, even in the darkest places. Okay, so that is where I am here with this Scorpio full moon. I've known many beautiful Scorpio friends, so I hope they're enjoying their full moon today. All right, I'm going to keep this video short. I'm going to pull us a card now and see what our message is. Let's see. Animals are running around doing their thing. Okay, here we go. And it's serenity. You are moving into a time of greater inner peace and tranquility. Peace of mind means feeling secure and knowing that you're always provided for, even if your logical mind cannot fathom how a challenge could be resolved. Peace of mind means that you trust that God will create a miraculous solution. This sort of faith is always warranted because faith is a key component in experiencing such miracles. By drawing this card, the angels reassure you that peace of mind is within you, and you can feel serene even in the midst of great turmoil. It is a mistake to think that you have to wait until your life is problem-free before you can be happy and peaceful. The opposite is actually true. First, you work towards serenity, and then your life challenges lessen and disappear. Serenity is your natural state of mind, and the angels are now working with you to actualize this. Well, what a beautiful message. I was just saying how today I have felt a little tumultuous. I have been feeling I think they mentioned turmoil was the word that they used, and it almost reminds me of the video that I did last week where I was asking you guys to like come into your heart center and to find that peace and that knowing inside ourselves. It's almost like the solutions and serenity and peace are there. And sometimes we have to just surrender and accept and allow. I love that word, allow, right? It's like to allow. So this kind of reminds me, I'm going to give you a little technique that I've been using for the past, I don't know, maybe about a week or so, and it's so calming to me. Let me see if I can so what I've been doing is I've been imagining that I'm on a beach and my feet are in the sand, but each little piece of sand is a possibility. It could be, whatever, it doesn't matter. They're just possibilities. So just think about all of the grains of sand that are on a beach and imagine like that is pretty much an infinite possibilities, right? I was doing this practice for abundance. So I was imagining that the grains of sand on the beach were like little portals into abundance, and I had my feet on the sand, And I took a breath. And as I exhale, I imagine that all of the grains of sand on the beach, all of those portals of possibility of whatever it is that you're working with. At that time I was doing abundance, open to me. And it's almost like they're all feeding into me and I'm connected to them. And there are no blockages. There are no like roadblocks. There's just possibility. And all I need to do is stand there in my knowing and just feel that. Kind of like that allow. Like I am allowing, and whichever one is supposed to come to me, that now that pathway is open, it will come. And I just need to be. So I hope that helps you, and I'll do another video soon. I'm going to go ahead and cut this one short a little bit since the wind has been kind to us. I don't want to take advantage. All right. Well, I love you, and thank you to everyone and everything all the time. See you guys next week.